Hello, sorry it's been a little while, but we're going to read another story called Pirate Pete and his Parrot. Once there was a pirate called Pete who had a purple parrot. Other parrots could say Pretty Polly and Pieces of Eight, but not Pete's. Pete's parrot could only say one thing. He did it, squawked the silly bird. It got Pete into all sorts of trouble. He did it, and there's the parrot saying he did it. One day, while the pirates were busy clearing the deck of the Jolly Crossbow, Captain Barnacle strode past. He didn't see a bucket of soapy water in his way and stepped straight into it. Splosh! Who left that there? Growled the captain, pulling off his wet boot. All the pirates hid their mops, but the purple parrot shrieked. He did it! It wasn't me, cried Pete, but Captain Barnacle was furious. And there he is. He slipped in the bucket of soapy water. There's a...
I just do a close up.
Yeah.
Go on.
Yeah. Suddenly, a voice from the crow's nest shouted, Land ahoy! They had arrived at a desert island. Pete went to pick fruit for his parrot while the other pirates searched for buried treasure. The captain was so busy looking for his treasure map, he fell down a great big hole. Who dug this hole? He bellowed, shaking the sand out of his hat. He did it, cried the parrot. Captain Barnacle was so angry he marched Pete back onto the ship. Now I need a big drink and a nice snack, he said. He took down his special biscuit barrel from the cabin shelf. Ah, cried the captain, peering inside. Who's eaten all my best biscuits? The purple parrot quickly swallowed the last few crumbs. Then he landed on Pete's shoulder and squawked. He did it! So he's snitching on Pete even though the parrot ate all the biscuits. Captain Barnacle's face turned red with rage. He looked at his soggy boot, his sandy hat, and his empty biscuit barrel. The next time you cross me, you'll be walking the plank, roared the captain, stomping off. It's not fair, grumbled Pete. I wish I was the captain, then I wouldn't get into trouble so much. He picked up the captain's hat and plopped it on his head. As soon as Pete put on the hat, a black ship sailed along the Jolly Crossbow. A band of nasty pirates was preparing to jump on board. Give us all your gold, they cried, waving their cutlasses in the air. Suddenly, one of the pirates froze with fear. Look, he whispered. That captain looks like Hideous Harry, the world's scariest pirate. He pulled out a poster which looked just like Pete and his parrot.
And do a close up.
Yeah. Hideous Harry. He looks a bit like Pete. You see that?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, thank you. I heard that Hideous Harry's caught a giant squid by tying up its tentacles, said one pirate. Pete's parrot swooped through the air and shrieked loudly. He did it! I heard he was a champion sword fighter and won a tournament with an arm tied behind his back, cried a peg-legged pirate. I heard he stole the sea witch's magic wand, added another, and turned his enemies into jellyfish. He did it! He did it! He did it! That's the parrot crying that he did it to everybody.
Yep, that's all.
The pirates began to tremble. Just then, Pete had a brilliant idea. He picked up a mop and pointed it at the nasty pirates. Begone, you bunch of bandits, he bellowed, waving the mop at them, or I'll turn you all into sea slugs. It's the sea witch's wand, they whimpered. He really is Hideous Harry. Help! Screamed the nasty pirates. Run away! Pushing and shoving each other, they scrambled back to their own ship. The black ship speedily set sail, leaving a trail of white foam frothing along behind it. Pete took off the captain's hat and put it back on the ship's wheel. With a flap of his purple wings, the parrot landed on Pete's shoulder. Maybe you aren't such a bad pet after all, smiled Pete. There he is. He's put the captain's hat back on the wheel and the parrot's gone on his shoulder. Captain Barnacle climbed out of his cabin just in time to see the ship disappear over the horizon. Well done, me hearty, he said to Pete. You deserve a reward for being so brave. He gave Pete a bulging bag of gold coins, and the purple parrot an even bigger bag of birdseed. Who saved the Jolly Crossbone from a band of fearsome pirates? Asked Captain Barnacle. He did it! cried the parrot. And that's the end of that story. So I hope you enjoyed it. And good night to Cruz, Clay and General. Right. God bless.